Hi, welcome to Psychology and Culture. I am Professor Christina Alez. You can call me Professor A or Professor Alez. Either one is just fine. I am giving you this welcome video to kind of get you to navigate the course effectively, understand the expectations, and to at least get to see my face, hear my voice, and be prepared for a great semester, even though this is an accelerated course. This semester is only going to contain 8 weeks. So this is definitely a fast-paced class, and the same amount of content that is typically covered in 16 weeks is covered in this course. So I would be prepared to have assignments due multiple times a week. I try to kind of break them out apart. So I give you a couple days in between assignments usually, so that you can navigate your time effectively. But be prepared to work on this course daily. This can be time consuming, and there's a lot to cover in a matter of 8 weeks. So time management is going to be key. I love teaching psychology and culture. I really love teaching it in person, but it's great to give you guys an opportunity, all of you, an opportunity to take this as an online course. With that being said, I use a lot of videos to be able to show you how the topics and concepts across this course are applied in real world settings. So be prepared to watch quite a few videos when you're completing assignments. Now you'll see that I'm in the Canvas course, and if you scroll down, this first page that you go into, the home page basically has modules, and this first kind of welcome module is just going to contain all the information you need. So the first thing I would do is go into the course orientation and resources so that you can find, when am I available, what you can expect with the course, where to get your textbook, those types of things. Then the syllabus, the course syllabus is one of the things I say right out the gate. You should review this carefully so that you can see what my policies and expectations are. For example, you'll notice things like, here's the point breakdown, and then as you can see in bold, no late assignments are accepted. I do not provide extensions. Part of the reason is this is an accelerated course. If you're not able to meet deadlines, that means you're probably just going to be falling behind across the board. If you're working on an assignment that was due last week, this week, that means it's taking away your focus from the assignments that are due this week. In addition, it's really considered discrimination for me to allow a late assignment from one student and not other students. So please don't even bother asking. That includes quizzes as well. I do not provide extensions on quizzes. So I highly suggest go in early enough so that if you run into technology issues when you're taking the exam, you're not, at 10:30 p.m. and the quiz is due by 11:59 p.m. and you're not able to open the quiz, you're not able to do the quiz, and then it's at night where it's going to be difficult to get help with technology. The first thing you should do is not email me if you're having technology difficulties. It should be going right here to this need technical help or student support. Go there, get the help, the online technology help center, to see if they can help you. That means giving yourself enough time when you're starting the quizzes so that if you run into technology difficulties, you're not having to be put in the position of you're not going to get your quiz taken in time, or you're not going to be able to take it with enough time. So I'm not IT. So the first person you need to contact with technology help is through this link, and not me. I can help with some things, but you need to go through the appropriate measures first and foremost, who can help you quicker. I do suggest you using Google Chrome as your browser, because Safari, Firefox, those are not often functioning very well with Canvas. So please use Google Chrome, and that will all be part of the course orientation and resources as well. Over the course of the semester, you'll see I have every module open, every assignment open, so you can work ahead. And I do recommend you working ahead, especially if you have a busy life. If you have some extra time, work ahead. That way you don't ever have to be in the position of even trying to request an extension, which will be denied no matter what, hands down. The only time that I provide any exceptions on anything is if you have accommodations through disability resources, to where you get an extension or you get extra time on tests, those types of things. That is the only accommodations I receive or that I will give. And even those are under specific regulations that are through the disability resources. So I do this to keep it fair for everyone, and so that I don't have to make any kind of judgment calls and possibly treat one student unfairly, or one student providing opportunities for one student that aren't provided to all students. I do this for fairness across the board. I would go in and click the learning modules for every module, and this gives you basically the PowerPoints, which have great focused definitions in them, which sometimes your textbook will give kind of like these applied theoretical ways of describing the terms. In the PowerPoints, I give very focused definitions, so I would definitely use the definitions in the PowerPoints. I give videos, kind of a rundown of all the topics that will be included in that module, so that you can succeed on the module quiz. So for example, quiz 1 is for module 1, which includes chapters 1 and 2. You know, quiz 2 is for chapters 3 and 4. You know, quiz 3 is on chapters 6 through 8. Now, the first 3 quizzes are module quizzes, and one of those quizzes is dropped. The lowest one is dropped. So therefore, if you happen to have missed a quiz for some reason, this will just be chalked up as a 0, and that would be the quiz that's dropped out of the first 3. The last quiz is the final exam, which it covers all the content across the semester. So that's a final exam, and that one is not dropped and cannot be late. There's multiple writing assignments in this course. Part of the reason I have so many writing assignments is because I want you to learn the material beyond definitions and just the obvious. I want you to be able to communicate to me an in-depth understanding of the content, as well as how that content is applied in the real world. And this can only be really done through writing. So be prepared for these writing assignments. There is the Writing Center. You could go through online tutoring, and they can grammar check things for you. When you're writing, you should be writing in appropriate grammar. This is a college course. I should not be seeing texting like writing lowercase i's for referring to yourself. That is unacceptable at this level of academia. So please write appropriately. This is going to give you practice for being able to communicate through the written word, which is very important in our day and age, especially now that so much is electronic. And when you go off into a career, you could write a professional email, you could write a professional resume through these practice techniques, in addition to learning psychology and culture, which is the fun part, actually. As you can see, everything that's available to you, the syllabus, all the assignments broken down, due dates are there for discussion assignments. You will be responding to discussion questions that are often related to a certain topic or a video. In this case, the first one, there's 2 videos that you'll be watching, or you'll be reading Unpacking the Invisible Knapsack. It's a little article, it's short, and then you'll be watching a video, and then you will have these discussion questions to respond to. Now, these discussion questions need to be responded to completely grammatically correct, thoroughly, so that it's clear you understand definitionally what things are and how they're applied. Once you respond to these by clicking submit or reply, then you can go back and communicate to 2 of your classmates. So it's good for you to communicate and read what other classmates are seeing or noticing. So you'll respond within 2 days after the initial discussion is due. So for example, this discussion is due on March 22nd by 11:59 p.m. You will need to respond, write that by 11:59, March 22nd, the initial responses to the questions, and then go back in before March 24th at 11:59 and communicate with 2 of your classmates. Now, it's very important to use appropriate netiquette, just like, as you can see, if you go into this netiquette, you shouldn't be using profanity. You should be communicating in a respectful manner. You should not be demeaning or judgmental or making anyone feel uncomfortable within this online class environment. Having different perspectives, having different values and different opinions is perfectly fine, but there's a way to communicate without showing disrespect to your classmates. I will not at all tolerate disrespect within these discussions, and I expect you to write to your classmates using appropriate grammar and respectful tone and a respectful manner, just as you would with me. There will be no tolerance for anything outside of that, and you could fail this course and potentially be referred to the dean for disciplinary action if any of your communication is disrespectful or demeaning or threatening in any way, shape, or form. So please keep that in mind. This is a learning environment and should be a safe environment for everyone. With that being said, I do hope you share your feelings and your perspectives, because that's how we learn. That's how we learn how others view the world is by sharing. So as long as you're sharing in an appropriate manner, that's what I'm asking of you. So these many different writing assignments are part of this course. So be prepared to do quite a bit of writing. With that being said, use the online tutoring or the Writing Center, MCC, to get help if you need grammar check, any of that. I am here if you have any questions or concerns. Please just email me through Canvas. There's an inbox on the far left, and you can click on that and send me an email. I am happy to answer questions, and I'm happy to help support you in any way possible. I will be posting announcements about potential extra credit, these types of things, as the course moves along. I do recommend you working ahead so that you make sure that you don't miss any deadlines. And please do not hesitate to reach out and ask me questions at any time. I'm happy to correspond with you, and hopefully I'll be able to meet some of you or all of you in person sometime soon. Thank you.